Hello students, this is me Saurav Parvi. I am making this recording for the students of class 8 for the subject of mathematics. The students, in the previous video we learned about exercise number 11.1. In this particular video we will start the next exercise, that is exercise number 11.2. In this particular video we will be discussing about the solutions of question number 1 and question number 2. Now there is a difference between the exercise questions of 11.1 and 11.2, and the only difference is that the variation. Now just understand this example. In previous questions, the increase in one variable, that is increase in x, also is to cause an increase in y. Take the example that you are purchasing some pens. So suppose if the price of one pen is rupees 5, the price of 10 pen is going to be 5 into 10, that is 50. So can you observe that as the number of pens it increased from 1 to 5, the price it also increased from 10 to 50. So in this particular case we can see that the increase in one variable is also causing an increase in the other variable, right? So these are the cases of direct proportion or direct variation. But in this particular exercise, that is exercise number 11.2, we will discuss about inverse variation, where an increase in one variable will cause a decrease in another variable and vice versa. Okay, now what does this mean, student? Let me give you one example. If you are traveling from your home to Lala, say suppose at a speed of 20 km per hour, and say suppose after traveling at the speed of 20 km per hour you took, say suppose, just say that 5 minutes. Okay, now what would happen, students, if you increase the speed to 60 km per hour? This time that is consumed will decrease. You will reach the particular destination faster. So we can see that an increase in one variable will cause a decrease in another variable. So these are the cases of inverse variation. Okay, now let's start with the first question. Let me raise this first. So let's read the first question first. Okay. A truck covers a certain distance in 3 hours at a speed of how much? 55 km per hour. What should be its speed if the distance has to be covered in 2.2 hours? So in this case you can see the time has decreased from 3 hours to 2.2 hours. This means there should be an increase in the speed, because if you have to cover the same distance in less amount of time, surely you will have to accelerate the particular vehicle, whatever it is. It may be a bike, truck, car, or whatever, or even if you are walking. So let's start with the solution. We have made this table. Time we have taken it as x and speed we have taken it as y. Now we can see that these two variables they vary inversely. That means an increase in one will cause a decrease in other, and a decrease in one will cause an increase in other. This means a decrease in time will cause an increase in speed. So here in this case x y is constant, that is x into y is constant in this particular case when it is inversely variable. From the table we get this, that xy is equal to 3 into 55, because x is 3 and y is 55. So xy is 3 into 55. Now we have replaced the values of x, the value of x, that is 2.2, on the left hand side, and for y we don't have the value, so we kept it as it is. Change the side of this will be 3 into 55 divided by 2.2. On cancelling out the common factor, this will give you 55, so 75 as your answer. So in order to cover the same amount of distance in 2.2 hours, the truck must move at the speed of how much? 75 kilometers per hour speed. Okay. Please pause the video and note down the solutions. Next. Four pipes can fill a tank in 16 hours. How long will it take to fill the tank if 12 pipes of the same dimensions are used? So in this case, students, we have seen that there is an increase in the number of pipes. So if there is an increase in the number of pipes, there should be a decrease in the time that they are going to take to fill up that particular tank, because these two things are completely inversely variable. So we have just made this table from the question. Number of pipes is 4, so time taken is 16. Okay. Now in the second part we have 12 number of pipes. We will have to calculate the number of hours or time, which is we have taken as y. Since x varies inversely as y, so xy is our constant. Then from this table we get 4 into 16 as our constant, which is xy. We have replaced the value of x, which is available here as 12 on the left hand side. Now if you have changed the side of 12, so it will become 4 into 16 divided by 12. On cancelling out the common factor, this will give us 5.33. Now one more thing, students, that most of the people should understand here, that we can express 0.333, that is 0.33 or point, let me erase this and write it again. Let me erase blue pen. 0.33 can also be written as 1 by 3. Why? Because the students, if you divide 1 by 3, this will give you 0.333. It will go till infinity. And if we just take it as up to the 2 points after the decimal, this will be 33. Now as we have come to know that 0.33 is equal to 1 by 3. Now 1 hour is equal to how much? 60 minutes, right students? 1 by 3 hour is how much? 1 by 3 into 60, this will give you how much? 20 minutes. Got it, students? So if we have written here 5.33, this can also be written as 5 hours and 20 minutes. Okay. Now let me erase all this and you pause the video and note down the solution. Thank you.